hi, George. So you're one of our senior computer engineers, and you're also a linguist. So what made you want to study linguistics?
In the UK, everybody learns French.
Yeah.
For a little bit. So when I was a kid, I learned some French. And then when I was a tiny bit older, I started to learn some Spanish.
Yeah.
And back then, what I loved doing the most in class when I was learning these languages was trying to find patterns that exist in the language and applying them to make some really funny and wacky sentences, to have a lot of fun with the language. And I didn't know it back then, but what I was doing is kind of looking for patterns within a language, analyzing the patterns and extrapolating the patterns to try to form new correct sentences. That is a huge part of linguistics. So this was part of compulsory British education. Yeah. You have to learn a foreign language for a little bit. And then at the same time, I'm of course learning all the other subjects at school. I also fell in love with computer science. So in the end, I went to university to study computer science. But while I was studying computer science in the classroom, all my free time at home was watching YouTube videos about linguistics. And so I graduated from computer science and I thought, what should I do now? And I had that deep craving desire in my mind. I really want to study linguistics in a more academic setting. I want to understand the real theory behind linguistics. So I went back to university and I did a second degree in linguistics.
So can you tell us more about what do you study in linguistics and what it really is?
Linguistics is the science of language. So rather than learning how to speak French or learning how to speak Spanish, linguistics is trying to find patterns that underlie a language.
Yeah.
So you can look at why, in English, why do we have so many words that start with ST? We say like strength, stone, but we don't have words that start with TS. Yeah. So this is not possible in English. It is possible in other languages. So we're looking for patterns within language. We're looking for patterns between languages. And we're trying to understand this wonderful tool that is available to humankind. Language is a uniquely human invention, as far as we know. So we've not found language in other animals to the extent that we would call it language. It's a brilliant human invention that allows us to transfer knowledge generation to generation to generation. I love that you can read books from thousands of years ago. So one of the things I had to do at university was be given a list of English sentences and their translation into a language I don't know. And then you try to use a small set of translated examples of language to then translate a much larger text.
Yeah.
You have to apply very difficult techniques like this to understand very old books. But we can do it, and we can understand and read the knowledge of our 1,000 years ago ancestors.
I see. So, we all had to learn a foreign language in school. And I don't know if they have linguists in schools, but how important do you think it is to have a linguist in school?
Most foreign language teachers are not linguists.
Yeah.
I was really lucky to have some amazing foreign language teachers. So my French teachers and my Spanish teachers were native speakers, which is super important. It's been proven that listening to good role models is the easiest way to acquire native-like pronunciation.
Yeah.
But they won't understand the science of the language. They're not linguists. And it's useful to tackle language education from a linguistic point of view because you can use linguistic knowledge to reframe learning exercises or to give learners cues that might help them to know how to speak the target language based on their knowledge they already have of their native language. For example, the most famous cue for English speakers who want to learn Chinese is definitely how to pronounce the U sound in words like to go in Chinese. How do you say to go?
去.
Yeah, 去. This U sound doesn't exist in English. But if you read linguistics, you know that this sound is a close front rounded vowel. In English, we don't have that, but we do have a close front unrounded vowel, E. So we can say E as an English native and then be taught to round your lips, E, U, U. And that is very close to the Chinese chu vowel. Learning language with a linguistic angle is very helpful to breaking the barrier on those parts of the target language that might be extra difficult if you don't have the linguistic backing.
So with that said, what are your goals for Choc Education or Language Boss?
I love learning language in a way that I believe is as optimal as possible. I don't want to faff around. I don't want to waste any time learning a language. I want to make sure that all of the hours I'm putting in are super productive. I want to get as much learning out of each hour as I can. So I take language learning itself like a science. I want to apply only techniques and teach only things that have been proven to be correct and useful, pedagogically and linguistically. There's many English textbooks out there, and there's many English schools out there that are teaching dated understandings of English. So there's too many people teaching old-fashioned English pronunciations or old-fashioned English grammar. We're trying to use the most cutting-edge, modern-day stuff that's based on the reality of English as it is spoken today. We want our students to quickly become extremely conversational in English. So they need to learn how to converse with modern-day English speakers. It's no good studying something that was written in the early 20th century.
Yeah.
So we're based on modern linguistic science and pedagogical knowledge from the 21st century. We're not looking at textbooks from the 1950s. And the second thing we can do with a linguistic background is look precisely at the data that students are producing and analyze it from a linguistic perspective. So when I was learning French, when I was learning Spanish, I can tell that I'm improving. So I'll say something in week one, week by week, I'm saying more and more complicated sentences, and I'm understanding more and more complex meanings. But I'm not dead sure if some grammar point, some vocabulary item I learned in week one, am I still using it correctly in week 7? My teacher's not tracking that data for me. But what we can do with our software and in class is for every single student, for all the sentences they ever produce for us, every answer they write for their homework, every sentence they create in class, we can see, okay, they were taught this grammar point in week 1 of the course. In week 7 of the course, here was an opportunity for them to use that grammar point. They tried to use it, but they conjugated the verb slightly incorrectly. And our teacher can see that in our app. And our teacher can design lesson plans to reinforce that knowledge better for that student in the future.
I see.
So applying this kind of deep data analysis, this very strong tracking, and applying spaced repetition systems, we can make sure that our students are consolidating their knowledge the whole time that they are studying. Where our retention should go through the roof.
That's wonderful. Thanks for sharing your insights today.
Thanks, Jack.